ain't no secret. Should do Eddie Kane Jr. Like, share, subscribe. If you subscribe to me, leave a comment down the video so I can sub back to you. Deuce. Ain't no secret. Should do Eddie Kane Jr. Like, share, subscribe. If you subscribe to me, leave a comment down the post. I'ma sub back to you. Know what I'm talking about? Hey, welcome back. You know where you at. It's EKJOnSports. And right now we're about to dive into an important stretch for the New York Giants right now in their season. It's early, but the Giants, as we know, they opened the season up with the Cowboys. Man, was in some rough weather, you know what I'm saying? No excuses. Was in some rough weather. It was a nice steady downpour all night. Not ideal conditions, but hey, besides, even I don't even know if it could have been bone dry, but the Cowboys were getting after Daniel Jones, you know what I'm saying? They had 7 sacks in that game. Was it 7 sacks? I think they had 7 sacks in that game. 10 quarterback hits on Daniel Jones. So he faced probably like the second best defense in the league, and they were on his head like some headphones, you know what I'm saying? So basically, boom, they burned that film. They not getting down. It's nothing they can glean from that. They got ambush 40-0 by the Cowboys. Boom. On to the next week. See, that's the one thing. You don't want to let one week affect your next week. You know what I'm saying? You got to go in there, clean slate. Let's go. So now the Giants, they got the Arizona Cardinals. They going on the left. They going on the left coast. You know what I'm saying? So they got the Arizona Cardinals. And then, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully they can get back to 500. They need that game to get back to 500 because you know what they got week 3? They got the #1 defense in the league. They on the road at San Fran. And San Fran definitely they can get pressure on the ball as well. You got Nick Bosa on one end. You got Drake Jackson. He got 3 sacks. He leads the Niners with 3 sacks, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the top linebacking duo in the league in Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, you know what I'm saying? They definitely, they put you in the mind of, like, you know what I'm saying, Mike Singletary, Wilbur Marshall, you know what I'm saying, from them 85 Bears, like, and you know them 85 Bears, that's the monsters of the Midway, arguably one of the best teams ever, you know what I'm saying? But I digress. But San Francisco puts tremendous pressure on the QB as well. So Daniel Jones and the Giants, he has to make sure that they get this W. They do not want to start this season off 0-3, and they could be looking at 0-3. If they don't get this W against on the road against Arizona, which can be had, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for the most part, the Cardinals are looked at as the worst team in the league, if not one of the 2 worst teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get this W. Even though I will give them props, they just gave the Commanders all they wanted in a close game. Commanders pulled it out late, but the Cardinals was right there. So they fighting. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them that. Even though a lot of people say that they're in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes, you know what I'm saying? So they pretty much on tank mode. But I got to give them, even though I think they're on tank mode, I still think they put forth a great effort, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the Giants, y'all got to go in there, take that game. Because we already, like I say, week 3, Niners. And it's going to be tight to start the season 0-3. And there's no guarantees because we know every week, like, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, like, it's unexpected wins. Hey, who expected the Lions to go in the Arrowhead on banner-raising night, opening game of the season, and come out with a win? Now, granted, Travis Kelce was not playing, and Chris Jones. It's like 2 of their top 3 players weren't playing. But, always a but. You can only play who's on the field, and for the Lions still to go up in Arrowhead, one of the loudest stadiums in the league, and get that W, and didn't even play a clean game. Granted, Kansas City didn't either, but the Lions didn't play a clean clean game. They fumbled the ball in that game too. But that was pretty much, that was their only turnover. But hey, and it was a botched center quarterback exchange, and Goff got on that ball. You know what I'm saying? That could have been disaster, but Goff got on the ball. But yeah, it's definitely some unexpected, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay got a big win over Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? They were underdogs. Nobody expected them to get that W. You know what I'm saying? So it's any given night in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can have your favorites, but you still got to play the game. But even with that being said, Giants have to get this game against the Cardinals. They do not want to be 0-2 going to San Fran and dealing with that pass rush, dealing with that linebacker duo, dealing with Bosa, dealing with Drake on the other end. It is definitely not an ideal situation. So we'll see what happens. Daniel Jones, I see them. They got to get this win. I see Daniel Jones. He's going to bounce back this week. I think him and the rest of the offense, you know what I'm saying? I think they're going to bounce back and have a better game. They're going to need it, you know what I'm saying? Because they better get this W. But hey, that's just how I see it. Should do Eddie Kane Jr. If you're not a Renegade, hit that sub button. Welcome to the Renegades. Dude.